How is everybody doing? We have seemingly an action-packed episode of Hobby Talk today. But before we dive into our half a dozen or so topics, we first must get our pleasantries out of the way, as we always do. Ricky, good morning. How are you today?
Good morning. I'm good. It's off to a slow start, 2-3. Our Chicago Bulls are 4-0, so that's nice. You're dressed in their colors. You look like a fan.
I have navy blue sweatpants on, so
No,
I don't know.
let's see. What Pats are 6-0. I mean 6-2.
A lot going
Blue
on in the
Jays.
sports world right now. Here in like October, you got the World Series, which we'll dive into. You
Blue
obviously
Jays.
basketball
Yeah,
and hockey starting up. Football's right in the middle of its season. I mean,
I did.
some say this is the best time of year for sports. I don't agree with that, but some people do, and I respect it. But there's a lot going on in the sports world at the moment.
When is the best time of the year for sports for you?
I'm a big fan of like March and April because spring training I love. You have basketball and hockey full swing. Then you have March Madness, and then in April you have the draft. So like
So
as
no,
of
no football for you, huh?
well, the draft for football, I love the draft process. I am such a draft process nerd. I love the prospects, diving into it, the mocks and all that whiz. From a visual watching perspective, yes, October, November, mainly October is the best time of year because you also have college football that's on. I didn't even mention that. College basketball is starting up. So from a watching perspective, yes. But from a I want to enjoy the sports that I like perspective, it's kind of the springtime just because I feel like I can enjoy this and that, speculate on baseball. Oh, this team made that move. Oh, they lost this player. I can do all that. Again, the draft, basketball, and hockey are actually mid-season swings. Well, actually, towards the end of the season, actually. So yeah, that's kind of where I land on that. But I will never say October is not the best time for sports. I will never not say that. Just can't do it. All right, so where do we want to start off today? We action-packed episode today talking about this, that thing over there, and everything in between. Where should we start?
Well, actually, since we just mentioned it real quick, I want to dabble into the World Series and Ohtani real quick.
Talk to me.
The prices that Ohtani is going for right now
I thought you froze.
is actually insane. So that the Bowman Chrome rookie of his,
Yes,
that
yes,
one right
sorry.
there. Yep, right there.
Wait, hold on. Bowman Chrome. Here it is. Yep, right here.
You know how much I sold that card for about 2 years ago.
There's no way this is a $3,000 card. There's
Right.
no way.
I sold that card for 2 years ago for about $700.
Was that to Smitty? Was it? Did you sell it to Papa Smitty? Was it that card? Oh, okay.
No. That was the gold.
Even in July, it was $1,000.
Mm-hmm.
But remember, never pay over comps though. But somebody paid comps for $1,200. Remember, and now it's worth $3,300. That is absurd.
That was after the boom was after the 3 home run 10 strikeout game.
But I mean, going on Ohtani, it's just plus 43%, plus 134%, plus 84%, 81%, 105, 104. I mean, it's just all up. Sports in general are very weird, as if a player plays bad once, their market just tanks. And Ohtani, as great as he is, and maybe it's just like fatigue at this point, I feel like a lot of people haven't really been talking about him all too much. Or maybe it's because they talked about him so much last year. Again, there's a fatigue level to it. But Ohtani is still one of the best players in baseball. But I feel like our eyes and focus are elsewhere in the hobby as a whole. obviously Pokemon is a massive billboard in front of us. And then of course you have Drake May doing his thing. Again, basketball is just kind of starting up with Cooper Flag and Topps basketball. So like there's a lot of other headlines kind of right now taking our attention away. But I mean, even though the Dodgers are down 3-2 in the series, obviously it's not over. It's far from over. And Ohtani is having a massive impact, as we saw in the National League Championship Series, clearly over the past of a month on card ladder. And then I'm just going to pick a random card, and let's just see what this card's doing over 3 months. 160, now we're at 280. So you can pick any card over the course of 3 or so months. It's still trajecting up. Is there any player out there, baseball or not, that could just kind of just wake up, be good? You know, we're talking about different things, and their market just essentially doubles, you know, in 3 months.
I would say it might not be it right now, but Wemby's on that trajectory.
Yeah,
a few months ago, he was just injured, tall basketball player. But now right now, it looks like the best player in the NBA in the world.
Like this card literally doubled in 3 months, and it's just what, a paper card, Bowman paper,
PSA 9,
PSA 9. God forbid. Since you mentioned Wemby, we don't have to talk about Wemby all too much, but since you mentioned him, we'll just kind of take a peek at the Wemby silver.
Oh my god, yeah, see.
This is silver. I mean, again, but don't pay comps, don't pay market price though, Ricky. Whatever you do, because $750 is clearly you overpaying until you wake up and you realize it's a $1,700 card. So whatever you do, don't pay comps. But yeah, I mean, I guess Wemby is that guy too. 700, it's at over 1,000, but we really didn't see it boom until, I don't know, just a slow progression, and then season starts and then just shoots up. Look at this guy. He paid $300 over the comp.
What happened October 22nd? Was that
that might have been the big game that he had? I don't know, but I feel like Celtics have played 6 games, 5-6 games, and it's been 9 days. I don't know. But it's just funny because you mentioned Wemby, and that's he's just up. I mean, there's one. What was that? A slam dunk collection from 2023. That's the only card that's down. It's not him in an NBA jersey.
On October 22nd, Wemby had 40 points and 15 rebounds.
It's pretty good. Beckett, even. I mean, it's a flat 500-600, and then it just kind of jumps, and now it's a $900 card. Beckett 9.5. So yeah, I mean, can we make a Mount Rushmore of hobby players that are just walking on water? So we have Ohtani, we have Wemby. Cooper Flag's not that guy right now.
No.
Jaden Daniels isn't that guy anymore.
His prices are low.
CJ Stroud.
How's Drake May doing? How's Drake May's cards doing?
I don't know. Drake. I mean, I've had to reprice some Drake May cards. I don't get Drake May. Nope. Drake May is not blessed enough to be on here. On the free version. Sorry, guys. I only have the free version. Oh, Jaden. If I could type this morning. Jaden Daniels. The 2 cards I get are both down drastically. So, well, you know what? The Mount Rushmore will have 2 players until further notice. Maybe like a McDavid, I mean, I know we are not, and a lot of people who watch and listen might not be hockey fanatics, but I'd say McDavid's in that relative conversation just until we can find 2 other people. I mean, we could put Pikachu in there, but I mean, trying to keep it to sports here. But
Connor Bedard.
Bedard.
He just had a hat trick.
Connor Bedard. Did I spell Connor right? I did. Okay, good.
Oh, he's down.
Down. Oh, this is the one card that. Oh, okay, never mind. There's others that are down.
It's all his young guns.
It's just hockey is very interesting. It's a very, very niche area that we reside in the hobby. But yeah, Ohtani, crazy thing. I just don't feel like we're talking about him nearly as much, and he's still booming. And I'm hoping with Wemby doing his thing, maybe that makes basketball more of a forefront for the hobby. You know, I know I'm gonna go, do you have anything 23, 24 that I could pull Wemby's out of? Just open the current stuff, guys. You can still can't pull Wemby autos out of Prism 23, 24, but hey, you can pull out of 10 red ice, shimmer, wave, whatever out of this year's or last year's Prism.
Does he have autos in new Topps products?
Yes, he does. Yes, he does. Indeed. Gets people very interested. Alrighty.
How's the new Topps basketball been selling for you?
I got a couple cases of the hobbies. Flew through almost all of them with the exception of a few on Thursday. I have to say Thursday. I'm used to saying Friday because Friday's usually release day for things. And then on Friday, I sold the last few boxes that I had in the morning, and all I have left is blasters. So nice. And nobody wanted to touch a blaster on release day, which I thought was appalling. I had it for $30 at the time when they were like $40 ish. Nobody wanted them. And then of course, the day after I mark them down to 25, or I think it was like Saturday, I mark them down. And then of course everybody wants them. And now a lot of them are gone. I still have plenty.
$5 makes a difference.
It does. And I had a bunch of those, and a case of blasters comes with 40. So there's a lot of blasters to kind of go through and making a good dent in that case, which is always good. Speaking of case, we have ourselves another opening today. We have a nice big box. I have no idea. Almost positive it's Pokemon related, considering where I'm getting it from. If I can just get the damn box open. Pokemon. Ooh. Okay. All right. Get out of here. Okay. Here's one box. They're using magic boxes. I hate when they use other boxes because it gives me false hope. Okay, good. You can hear me. All right. Let's see. We have. Ooh. Little Mega Evolutions, non-enhanced. We have, 3 of those in here? And then there's ETBs. They were so kind to give us one of each artwork. That's so pleasant.
They send you all that in the same box?
It is all in the same box. And a Final Fantasy booster box. Because I'm maybe dabbling in Magic. Maybe. We'll see.
Is that the Magic? Is that Magic?
That was, yes. I'm not sold on Magic yet. I would like to sell something else other than Pokemon. Nobody wants Lorcana anymore. Nobody wants all the other stuff that I have. So... that's one box.
Yu-Gi-Oh!
Nobody wants any of that. So I had a ton of people when it first came out, the Final Fantasy, ask me, "Oh, do you have any Final Fantasy Magic? Do you have any Magic?" And I said no, because I don't. And then I got the Spider-Man one, and nobody wants the Spider-Man box. So let's see what happens when we have that box.
Nobody wants it until everybody wants it.
Yeah. Watch, no one's going to want that box. I could have it below market. No one's going to buy it. Oh, I opened this upside down. Crap. All right, we got some booster bundles in here. If I can. Prismatic. We got 5 of them.
Prismatic Evolutions.
I think, yep, that's all 5. One of my headphones came out. And this is Build and Battle. I do remember this, actually. Journey Together, everybody's new favorite set. Journey Together, Build and Battle.
Yeah, buddy.
I don't know why people are hating on it. It's not that bad of a set. Oh, wait, that's only one. Here is something. Paldean Faith booster bundles. Yeah.
Oh, wow, that's gold. That's gold.
That's sick. I just sold the 2. I'm going to call them displays because that's what they are. Like this is one display. I sold 2 displays of Paldean Fate's sticker collections. beginning of last week, the end of last week, 2 weeks ago, sometime. So there is a demand. Granted, it was all to one person, but it's okay. There is a demand for Paldean Fates. So
Paldean Fates is the ETB has Mimikyu on it, right?
On it, yeah. Is Mimikyu the promo? Actually,
so,
no, blank.
So I just saw somebody listed on Facebook. The ETB, not even PC ETB, for $275.
How much?
$275 for the ETB.
That's not a terrible price.
I remember over a year ago when I was just starting to get into Pokemon, I bought 4 of those for $60 each.
But Ricky, you're paying market though. Oh, Paldean Fates. I mean, just like 151 is just absolutely going insane right now. Let's see. I'll even share this screen. Share screen. I mean, 325, 270. That's the Pokemon Center one. You can get a case of them for $3,000. That's
and that comes with 3, no 6, right?
Comes with 10.
10
ETBs, 10 ETBs. So the funny thing about Pokemon compared to sports, usually when you buy a case of something for sports, you oftentimes will get a small discount because of like a bulk purchase at that point. Mm-hmm. But when it comes to Pokemon, it's actually the other way around. You actually have to pay a premium to get a sealed case of something. So if we just do the math here, now again, TCG players just ask. I can ask $1 million or I can ask $10 for something. It doesn't matter. $270 for one ETB. 10 ETBs in the case, right? That would be $2,700. But if you wanted the case, you have to pay $2,925. Now, This does include shipping, so let's just call it $30 because it's a big box. It will weigh a little bit, or just call it $25 just to make it simple. So you're paying an extra $200 for a sealed product. That's premium on a sealed product. That's not out of the norm.
The sealed box itself is a collector's piece.
And so isn't the case. Crazy. Yeah, absolutely crazy.
The case itself. The case itself sealed is a collector's piece.
Yep. That's nuts. Well, since we're on the topic of Pokemon, don't worry, we'll bounce around between sports and Pokemon, ladies and gentlemen. Let me pull up another Pokemon topic here. If I can pull, okay, here we go. Perfect. I was running into the shop, setting all up. I opened Facebook. I love these little Facebook rants that I go on. I have a couple videos out now about Facebook. And of course, this is no fault to Facebook, of course, but it's just they're the culprit here, or they're at least a platform of the culprit, I should say. Pokemon products from GameStop, who's supposed to be the Lord and Savior for most people, or at least they've anointed them as the Lord and Savior, has bumped up their prices again, for ETBs being $70, booster bundles being $40, and the booster boxes being $240. Now, not everybody is a pro member, but if you're a pro member, you do get a discount. Was it 5% discount? I'm trying to do the math in my head. Something like that.
Hold on. And even that, they're ending discounts on TCG now.
What do you mean they're ending discounts?
Like the pros don't get the discounts on TCG starting like soon.
Wow. Because it's a money pit. People are paying $25, whatever, to become members. And they're, if you just buy one booster box, you're saving $12 alone.
Right.
So, I mean, there's half the membership price right there. So this is so funny. This is what I was really chuckling at, is this comment. First, hold on, let me go back. This guy said, I tried to question it via customer service, and they quickly pointed the finger at Pokemon. And I read this already. I really want to push back on this because this is absolutely false. And GameStop is lying to you right in front of your face. And most people, I won't directly say you guys, but most people are just accepting it and putting their tail between their legs. So the customer said, I need help with an issue. Customer service. Hi there. How can we assist? Customer says, why is Pokemon Center selling Mega Evolution booster boxes for $169.99, but on GameStop they're $249.99? I'm not sure if this price is accurate, and I was wondering if you could confirm before I check out. Very, very cordial. So GameStop customer service says, our pricing is set by the manufacturer of the product, We would recommend reaching out to Pokemon Center support for pricing details. That is completely false. MSRP on a booster box first, actually it might have gone up because they've been putting in the promos, was $164.95. It was a weird number, $164.94, $165. They've gone up a little. They've gone up direct. They've probably gone up wholesale retail price. So let's just say 170 is correct because it seems like it is now. But on GameStop, like we just mentioned, they're not 250. They're 240. Point stays the same. But GameStop immediately points fingers at Pokemon, saying it's the manufacturer who sets the price. And they do. You're right. They do. They set it for $170, not $250. And GameStop, Ricky, has said that they're going to have a 30%, they're going to charge over 30% of market pricing for their Pokemon products. They came out with this months ago. I believe once they really were making a huge imprint with Pokemon, they came out with this months ago in the summertime. And people were still like, yeah, sure, we'll buy it. We'll buy anything from GameStop. And now it's a problem when they've gone up on their prices again. Makes no sense. People make no sense to me.
Initial reaction to that picture was, I thought it was just like a chatbot AI responding to them.
Yeah.
But then I saw it took them 5 hours to respond to that first text.
Yeah, no, it's real person.
So I was like, okay, this is real. Like that's really a human answering that one.
Thank goodness. Thank goodness we're getting a little bit of.
Well, not even that. That's a human lying to them.
Yeah, they're just telling you what you need to hear to make them look innocent. And Pokemon, not Pokemon, and GameStop is not innocent by any stretch of the imagination. We know this about them. I mean, they have countless times. They'll have 3 booster bundles of a product on release day in stock. And they'll sign on the door, they'll write the number in. Where do you think the other boxes are going? Out the back. GameStop's even admitted that they're out scalping products to put the products on their shelf. They've said that before. It's a fact. And when a product's supposed to be $55, you go scalp it somewhere, you're charging $70, you're making $15. That's a good profit. Even with the pros, you're making $16 off of it. That's a good little markup right there, especially if you do it over and over again. It baffles me in this Patrick guy. Y'all gonna keep supporting them too. That's absolutely right. Because we see the lines out the door on release day going at all these GameStop locations. People, a ghost chair doesn't save your spot. Go get a job and just buy the damn thing. Like, it blows my mind. I'm so happy they did this with customer service. That is just absolutely hilarious. Okay, I'm good.
You good?
Yep.
Got that out.
I just want to see if there's any other comments that stick out really. If they sell out and people are buying, why should they not get a cut of the secondary market and pricing? When demand drops, prices will drop. That's not a guaranteed fact. Prices will not drop when the market demand drops. But if GameStop's supposed to be this power to the players, all collectibles kind of one-stop shop, why are they out on the secondary market charging secondary market prices?
That's the thing, because they could.
And they could, and people are still going to buy it.
That's the same argument with like everything else, with like Thompson Panini's quality control or whatever. Like why would they care if people are going to pay and buy it anyways?
Who actually buys Pokemon cards from GameStop? I'd rather support a local scalper than a corporate scalper. But I don't buy from either. That's hilarious. I go to my card shop and pay $80 for an Elite Trainer box, but they only charge $190 for a booster box. So I'll take, okay, a little give and take there.
Right.
I can get on board with that. In my opinion, best place to buy Pokemon right now is Target and Best Buy, if they ever have it in stock. The scalpers are cheaper. Oh, gosh. So that was just an absolute rant that I absolutely needed to go on. So I'm glad I went on it. All right.
I could tell you needed to get that out. That was good.
And it's funny because I wasn't even like boiling driving to the shop this morning. I wasn't even thinking about this overnight. It's just I sit down, I send you the link to join, I open Facebook, and then boom, that's the first thing I see.
Yeah.
And that's usually how a lot of these Facebook videos kind of come up to be. Is just I sit down, I open Facebook, boom, it's the first thing. I'm like, oh well, now I got to make a video about this. So, oh good God. Okay. Let's pivot back to sports, Ricky, because Upper Deck CEO, who we would like to think is very optimistic about the hobby, especially the growth of the hobby over the past few years. However, he has a worrying message. And I know you read it, but I'll get your thoughts in right now before I read it. Do you share the same sentiment of worry that he does, or are you not as worried? Maybe are you more worried? What are your thoughts before I read it for everybody?
I mean, it's inevitable, right? Like it's high prices aren't stable. Like what we saw during the pandemic and around that era for wax, like, those prices were crazy, and eventually came down. Like, and then it's the same thing for every market: sneakers, NFTs, crypto, whatever. It gets all the hype. It gets all the hype, so prices are high. You know, things are traded for stupid prices, and then the next big thing comes along, and all the money's taken out of it and put it to the next thing. So, I mean, I can't see the sports market ever like crashing, but you know, who knows what's going to happen tomorrow. So,
is it a good analogy to say the hobby itself or hobbies? Because once the next big thing, there's gonna be a massive exodus, and they're gonna go to the next thing, like you just mentioned. Is it a good analogy to kind of say that the hobbies market is similar to the Wolf of Wall Street, how they manipulated stock markets to make tons of money off of people, where they buy a bunch of stocks super cheap, they pump it up to an oblivion to all the buyers, and then once everyone buys it, they just themselves, the brokers sell all their stock, make a ton of money, and the stock just crashes.
yeah,
Kind of.
I see posts on Facebook.
It's more planned that way.
Promoting pump and dumps.
Exactly what it is. Alrighty. Let's see. Come on. Switch screens. There we go. So Jason Masara, from president of Upper Deck, said this just a couple days ago, or maybe yesterday, I think it was. Everything speculative is up right now. The stock market, Bitcoin, trading cards, and it's pricing some collectors out, which I've seen firsthand. Here's what the data shows. I'm curious where he gets this data from, but 50% of consumer spending in the United States is coming from 10% of the population. Rich people are carrying the market, not just in cards, but across every category. Concert tickets, $1,000 for nosebleeds. Luxury goods, selling faster than ever. High-end collectibles, moving at record prices. As we've seen that firsthand in recent episodes, talking about this and talking about that. When boxes cost $1,000 or more, you're not buying for fun anymore. You're speculating. You're betting that what you buy will be worth significantly more tomorrow. People do this all the time, and this is so true. And that works. Well, until it doesn't. Sports cards have always had speculation built in. You collect a rookie hoping they become a Hall of Famer, but what's happening now is different in scale. And when markets become this speculative, they become fragile. I'm not saying the sky is falling. I'm saying we need to be honest about what's happening. This isn't sustainable growth driven by collectors who love the hobby. True. This is wealth concentration driving prices, and most people can't participate in. And if that money suddenly moves elsewhere to bet on something else, we all will feel it. Now, two things. suddenly moves elsewhere to bet on something else.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you kind of hit the nail on the head, whether it's Labubus, say sneakers come back, say Funkos come back, say whatever comes back. This is the new big thing. I feel like it's going to be the breakers and the streamers and the repackers. They're the ones that are going to leave, but they're the ones that are fluffing up the market and the economy of this hobby right now. And we'll get into whatnot in a little bit. But they're the ones that you're going to see hop on this trend. Most repackers were once breakers. They gravitated to the next trend. And I feel like that group of people, which is probably a massive amount on your whatnot, fanatics, drip, wherever, are going to kind of gravitate to. So where does that leave us? I mean, in a better place, but a lot of businesses, a lot of companies that are built on this hobby over the last couple of years, whether it's say whatnot or drip, collect, fanatics, even Fanatics Live, yeah. I mean, granted, they got all the licensing; they can just pump jerseys all day. But like, those are the companies that are going to really feel it. And it's terrible how true he is that people aren't buying for fun anymore. It's all about last comps, market prices. Oh, what's my best chance for an auto? What boxes have Wemby's in it? It's just like, why can't you open a box for fun, get that adrenaline rush? Sure, you want a return on your investment. Of course, we all do. But I tell this to people all the time, and I'm sure I've said it here. Whatever the price of the box is, let's just say it's $100. You need to be willing to, half of it. If you can make half of it back, that's a win. And you have to hope the other half is you having fun. So as long as you can have fun, you're going to be fine. And whatever else you make on the other end, great. If you made nothing, at least you had fun. And if you made something on it, say you do pull $1,000 cards, well, at least you had fun doing it. So yeah, there's my rant again.
Look at that. Got a couple rants in this morning.
It's nuts. It's just, why can't people think 4D, four-dimensional, when it comes to this stuff? It's not that hard. It's really, really not that hard.
Well, that's because a lot of people who entered during this, hot period all they see this as is a casino or a way to flip and make money and all that. They don't really see it as a hobby. That's like all these like big influencers and stuff. They don't rip. They buy slabs trying to make. They're not in it for the hobby. They call it the hobby. They say they love the hobby so much, but they're not in it as a hobby.
The hobby this, the hobby that.
Right. Like it's not a hobby if it's how you make your money. At that point, it's a job.
And that's what people you'd like to think acknowledge. I mean, there's nothing wrong with having fun and getting a little, some publicity with it and having a platform with things. But I think for me, the problem is when they preach the wrong things. Of course, all those influencers out there tell you that, the hobby's great, the hobby's alive, the hobby's this, the hobby's that. They're out there spending 20 grand, 50 grand on cards at a show, and good for them. But like, that's not the hobby. And when they preach the hobby's alive, the hobby's this, so this is so fun, this is the hobby, you're preaching the wrong things. Because once the next thing comes around, and you've talked about it, I've talked about it, Jason even talks about it, when the next thing comes around, I mean, people are just going to kind of gravitate to that. I mean, Pokemon, a great example over the last 12 to 15-ish months. I mean, a lot of people have gravitated to Pokemon for better and for worse. A lot of your sports people, why do you think sports cards are on the market now in Pokemon? Like on the market, like meaning they're on shelves at Target and Walmart. And Prism Blasters are on there. Mosaic Blasters, Select, Optic Blasters, they're all there. But you can't even find a sleeved booster pack or a blister pack of Journey Together, which is just the most recent bad set. I'm not going to say it's a bad set, but that's what other people call it. But why is that? Because that's the hottest thing right now. Nuts.
It was like shrouded sitting on the shelves. No one wanted that.
Yep.
Now all of a sudden it's hard to find.
Now you can't find it anywhere because the promo is what, 10, 15 bucks or whatever it is. But in a 10, it's $80 and you get it with every single box. But then you could pull the cards out of the box. It's like there's always a justification to spend money in a risky way for a possible chance at making money. There's always justification. Why can't we just have fun, enjoy, and just move on? I mean, why does it always have to be market related or inflated or like the stock market or whatever? It's annoying. But yeah, I think Jason's completely right. I don't know if we all will feel it. His last sentence, we all will feel it. Maybe some businesses will, especially the Fanatics, the whatnot. So I don't want to say Fanatics too completely because they have other outlets.
Right.
But like whatnot, which we'll dive into right in a few moments. I think they would. I mean, I know that they have platforms, for other sellers of other things. I mean, I know people sell DVDs and kitchenware and video games and sneakers and Funko. So like, I think ultimately they'll be okay. But like they're gonna suffer a huge loss from all the fees that they've been getting from sellers selling sports cards, Pokemon cards, and such. So like there'll be some pain inflicted, but I don't think everyone will feel it. I don't think I would feel it. I don't think you would feel it. If anything, it'd be better for us because then we can go buy more at probably a better price too, whether it's sports or Pokemon cards.
Yeah, because then we won't have the repackers paying 90 to 100% and people holding them for the repackers because they know they'll pay it.
Indeed, they will. Indeed, they will. And I've mentioned whatnot a few times, so I guess we'll kind of just rip the Band-Aid off and talk about it. How does whatnot get an $11.5 billion valuation? How? Whatnot raises $225 million at an $11.5 billion evaluation. What does this mean, Ricky, for whatnot? What does this mean for the hobby? Will we see changes on the platform? Will it get better? Will fees go down? Are they going to start whatnot, like having a physical whatnot card shop? I know they kind of do like a stream, like, a couple times a year, the whatnot card shop. But like, or card show, sorry. But like, will they have a physical brick and mortar? I mean, what the hell?
Well, obviously, first and foremost, they're not going to drop the fees or.
No, they
if
won't.
anything. No, yeah, like they're not. This never goes the consumer. This never benefits the consumer directly.
It'd be nice. It'd be nice.
Yeah, I don't know I don't know what they would be raising that money for, obviously, to expand and whatever, I guess, but I just wish whatnot would go away.
Why do you say that?
Well, I don't want whatnot around anymore. I hate it.
I mean, you're not the only one that hates it.
I just don't understand how they've survived some of the things that's gone on in that app. They just kind of it's almost impressive how well they just sweep things under the rug like it didn't happen.
Before I say anything, and I'll beat the dead horse again. I think it's great for the attention the hobby is getting. Just eyes on the hobby. I'll leave it at that. It's also great for dollar singles, for people to just kind of fire sale stuff, move stuff. It's great for people looking to buy stuff at $1 for their collection or whatever. That's all. The only thing nice I have to say about it is just those two things. Ever since The stupid backyard break with Grant and his thing, and I'm not going into it, that happened earlier this year. I've lost all respect for Whatnot. They did absolutely nothing about the matter. You don't want to ban backyard breaks? Fine. They're a cash cow for you? Fine. I've come off that horse. But Grant alone should have been banned. Now, how do you monitor that? Well, you're an $11.5 billion valuation. Figure out a way to monitor to make sure he's not in the streams. But that is the angle or the action that should have been taken by Whatnot. Now, if I said something like that, or you said something like that, or anybody who doesn't have as high of a platform as they do, and we got caught and we got reported, we're cooked. We're off the platform forever. Like, but because he has a higher pedestal, it's okay.
Pedestal. But yeah, if you say that on like a YouTube video or Facebook post or something like that, you're getting like bombarded with negative reviews. People are gonna tell you to whatever.
Yep.
You're gonna have to close shop. You know me, I have to delete my Instagram, stop posting. Like,
it's unbelievable.
Nothing happens.
And Jeff Wilson, I love making videos about Jeff Wilson. It's just walking. The content makes itself. It really does. And he like backed him up. Oh, it's okay, whatever. Come back, whatever. And he was back in like what 2 to 3 months or whatever it was. And it's just like
someone
nothing ever happened.
Someone with children backing him up is crazy.
It's exactly. It's unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. So I want to read a couple of these comments because I think they're hilarious. Collectors MD, our friend Alex. Congrats to Whatnot. But what percentage of this funding is going to go toward protecting the consumer? None of it, because they don't care about the consumer. They just care about the only thing about you they care about is the money that you're spending, so they get the fees. That's it. $11 billion company without a direct line to customer service is crazy. Maybe this money helps fund that customer service. I doubt it, but I just want to know what the hell they're going to use it for. That's so much.
They don't have a direct line to customer service.
I wouldn't know. I feel like I know as a buyer, I'm not a buyer. I'm sorry. As a seller, there was, but as a buyer, I don't think there is. I think you just have to talk to the seller. That's your direct line of customer service. They run an illegal casino. Not surprising.
Yeah, fair.
Let's see. I was there from the start. I will continue on my journey here as well. Thank you. Shout out to the Cool Case guy getting arrested live on Whatnot. Okay. Changed my life. Love to see it. And these people are just sucking up to them, kissing their ass. Oh, you changed my life. Whatnot. Oh, those 14% fees or 13%. Oh, God. All right. Yeah. So these guys look like goons, babyface goons. But I'm not going to knock anybody for making a business, a very successful one for whatever.
But they got Pikachu and Funkos in the background. Obviously, they're real hobbyists and they care about the hobby.
No, they absolutely care about the hobby, especially when they're offering Whatnot decaled Teslas at the National last year or 2 years ago. Where was that Tesla this year? Why weren't they giving away a Tesla this National? They were doing it at last National. Where'd that go?
Because they just gave it to Backyard Breaks this time.
Said thanks for your service. Get those bids up. You're welcome. A good chunk of the valuation involves me skunking in breaks. Then stop getting into breaks. It's not that hard. It's not that hard. Time to make the fees less for breakers so we as breakers can give clients better value.
How about you raise the fees? Raise the fees for breakers.
I was going to say, what happens if they raise the fees to more than eBay? I think Whatnot's 11%, 12%. I have no idea. But let's just say they raise it to 17% because I know eBay is like 13.25. Are people still going to sell on Whatnot? Are they going to gravitate to another site. Now, I bet all the high-end breakers or your high-end profile streamers, I'm sure they have a discount. I'm sure it's probably like dirt cheap. It's probably like 3%, 4% or whatever. Oh, please use our platform exclusively. Here's a 4% fee instead of 14% or whatever the number is. But this is a very interesting comment here. Time to make the fees less for breakers. Why does it just have to be for breakers? So we as breakers can give clients better value. I love how they're clients. They're not customers. They're not collectors. They're clients. This is so business orientated here. And it's just like so annoying.
See what the replies to that one are.
Let's see. What do we have here? More replies. Yeah, don't give anything to the buyers because we're not the suckers making you rich. Douche. Well, that's his name. You're not the brightest, are you, Gasper? Anything else from that conversation? I think that conversation's over. Absolute moron. Might be worth educating yourself on the platform before trying to go at somebody. People don't like the Gasper guy. Cheers, man. What a tool. How about we just get rid of breaking? Cancer to the hobby. Why is it a cancer? You know, I remember reading this. Now, this sounds so familiar.
I was gonna say you like the reply.
I did. It's so funny. I did. So I did read this. Well, it's the reason wax prices are out of control because this is so true. The reason why we need now ridiculous quote breaker boxes, and it's helped turn what used to be a great hobby into a casino. All true. When it first started, it was a plus for teen collectors. It's nothing like that now. Oh, and I forgot LCS shops that have been around for years and years get cut on product that they refuse to break so breakers can buy all around cancer. I thought that was true. I don't know about this last part because that's more of a manufacturer decision. I don't think they necessarily require you to break it, so to speak, as long as you move it. I don't think they care. Right. But once you stop buying the product, then you start to get cut off. So you kind of need whatever they give you, you kind of need to buy.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense. So indirectly.
Kind of, yeah. So like whenever Fanatics offers me something, it's something stupid. I'll still buy it, even though I know I can't sell it really, just to stay in good faith and all that. But I can't believe it. I'm like, this sounds so familiar. And you're like, well, you liked it. So Whatnot, 11.5 billion with a B. Billion. That's stupid. That's just so stupid. $225 million. What are they going to do with it? My prediction, Ricky, they're going to open a card shop, a physical brick and mortar shop, whether that's in New York City, whether that's in LA. They're not going to do it in New Jersey because Brady just opened one at the Mall of America, whatever the hell it's called. Maybe Texas. I don't know. Florida. That's my guess, is a card shop.
So that means they're going to start buying for themselves now? Like, where? So that's going to, are they going to try to be another Damon Adams? I
feel like, now if they
buy product and sell them directly to breakers?
Maybe they buy the product off the breakers and have an upcharge on the product. Of course, being a card shop, they'll get Panini will bend over backwards and spread both sides of the moon open for Whatnot. But I mean, they have nothing, so I guess it doesn't really matter. Fanatics, they would say go pound sand of Whatnot because of Fanatics Live. So they're not going to get anything Topps related from Fanatics. So they would probably have to buy it from other people in order to stock the shelf. Maybe they just don't even stock it at all. Instead of maybe a card shop, maybe they're more of a hobby shop, since you can sell sneakers and Funkos and jewelry and cards, of course, on there. That would be interesting. I would like to kind of see an all-in-one, one-stop shop hobby store.
Live auction house or something?
Live auction house. Oh, isn't that supposed to be like Cards HQ with the breaking cabanas and you can live buy in the aisles or live sell in the aisles or whatever the hell he was trying to do? Sounds oddly familiar. But Jeff never got $225 million. I know that.
He did from his wife.
His wife's loaded. His wife doesn't have to do anything. I wish Mrs. Murph could give me $225 million or just at least $1 million.
That's what I'm saying. He started his business with an allowance.
Yeah, that'd be nice. I've bitched about this plenty of times. If I could have gotten the forgiven PPP loans that Jeff Wilson got, not once, but twice, yeah, I'd have a pretty good card shop too. I'd probably have a mega warehouse size shop. I'd have all the products in the world. I'd have all the cases and all the cards in the world. But you know what? Like most people building a small business or just a business in general, you got to start from the ground, raise some capital some way, somehow, and slowly and slowly and slowly. If anybody looks at my videos from when I first opened the shop 4.5 years ago at this point, you'll see I've come a very long way. And that's how it's supposed to be done. All right. I refuse to talk about Jeff Wilson. I will not do it. Ricky,
we're gonna have to drop a whole new side episode, Jeff Wilson special.
The Jeff Wilson special. I love it. That should be like a weekly thing. I could make that a weekly thing just based off of how much I bitch about him. Okay. I don't have the video on me, but I love the Walmart tin scalper video. I swear I shared it or sent it to somebody. My God, the people at Walmart are just hilarious. Oh, I can't find it. I don't know where it is. But long story short, I wish I had the video. I'm sorry, guys. This guy's recording, and apparently they have at this Walmart they have a one product limit on trading cards. You see a lot of limits at big box stores. 1, 2, 3, whatever the hell the limit is. And it's like per SKU.
I can send you a video.
Oh, you have it? Oh, beautiful. Oh, excellent. Oh, perfect. I don't know how you had this lined up, but you did.
I just typed Walmart and looked at the
reels. Share. Is this it? Beautiful. I don't know if the volume will go through. No, the Walmart. Okay, so that was the manager that we just saw. Here's the guy putting his hood on that's buying it. That other guy could care less. Look at these tote bags full of the same thing. There's that guy covering his face. All of those tins that guy's buying. And the one that's in the camera guy's hand, he tried to kind of snatch and tried to just buy one for himself. There's the manager again, telling him that he has to put it back and that he is not backdooring it to this guy. He doesn't know the guy who's trying to buy all the cards. There's the manager's hand trying to take it back. You know, he's saying like, oh, he hasn't paid for it yet, but it got scanned. And he eventually does give it back. Nice Jordans. But he's like, no, I don't know him. I don't know him. And he hands it back so the guy can buy all of it, even though they have a 1 per limit. That guy could care less if he's being filmed. There's that guy. He's being filmed, and he ain't having a good time. And then the girlfriend comes out of nowhere. Well, at least I thought that was a girlfriend. But yeah,
absolutely. You know what?
It's
at this point,
cancer.
I don't even care anymore. It's gonna end up. Everything's gonna end up in the scalper's hands, anyways.
So, like, I saw a thing where it said, I think maybe it was from Walmart. It was like $12 or so, 11 and change for like those tins. And those tins come with 1 Destined and 1 Mega Pack in them. Mega Evolution and Destined Rivals. And people are going berserk over them. I mean, granted, they have some good chase cards out of it, and they deservingly should be very sought after. How does one store... Now, listen, this big box stores could care less who spends what. They don't care about you. They just care about your money. That's just a fact. And it just baffles me that they're letting, I guess it really doesn't baffle me, but that the store is letting this one guy buy 200 mini tins. Maybe more, probably more.
That was a lot more than 200.
Well, like 200 like things, displays.
Oh.
Yeah, I should have been more specific. 200 displays, probably more. I mean, those totes were filled. There was that 2 or 3 giant displays behind the cashier. And again, the store doesn't care. They don't care about who buys it. They know they'll sell it. So if someone's willing to buy it all in one sweep and go, all the power to them. Let them do it. Meanwhile, little Johnny can't even get a mini tin and open some cards and get the little coin that's inside the tin. It's terrible. And you're right. I mean, should people just give up? Well, if people stop buying from scalpers, then our problem is going to be over overnight. But they refuse to stop buying.
That's a whole nother discussion. That's like FOMO and the need to be the first to pull something or whatever. It's like if people learn how to wait, this wouldn't be as big of a problem.
Patience.
But they gotta be the first to have something, or they gotta have something right on release day or something. It's like it's all about patience, and people do not have it at all.
That they do not have at all.
It's like right now, I've been putting off buying a nice Drake May card. You know, I might have too long, so it would be for me to hold anyway. So that's why I'm going to wait probably until the end of the season to buy something. This is going to go down. I'm not going to buy it now that he's hot.
Unless they're in the Super Bowl and he's an MVP, and then you're going to wish you bought it on October 30th.
When he's in the Super Bowl, when he wins MVP, but
then you're going to wish you bought it on October 30th and you didn't wait for the end of the season.
If that's the case, but
then you'll just get the next guy.
Right.
You can get Mac Jones cards still. They're pretty cheap. He's playing. He's playing well. But this is why. What's that?
The 49ers are playing well.
With who? They're all injured. But this is why I have limitations on Pokemon stuff here at the shop, especially on release day. That's why I don't put out like everything I have, after the fact. Like right now, I got like a booster of each because I'd rather not sell all of them to one person. I'd rather sell one. If they want to come back the next day, fine, go ahead. But like, I'd rather somebody else be able to come in and buy it as well. And everybody has said great, nice things about the limitations. Oh, it allows all of us to get something. Appreciate that. I think I've had one person complain about it because they wanted to get, I think the limit was 2, but they wanted to get 3 for whatever reason. I'm like, I'm sorry. You get in a booster box, you can cut it open, split the packs 3 ways. Everybody gets 12. You could do it that way. Trying to offer a solution. They just weren't having it. Yeah, it's just. But I mean, for that one person, I'm the bad guy for having the limitations for that one person. But I bet everybody would love Walmart to have limitations and actually enforce them because they may have the little sign. And that's what the guy was saying who was holding the camera was saying, like, oh, they have a limit of 1. But clearly that's not true. I mean, in the baby formula aisle, sometimes they'll have a sign of 4 or 5, as a max. And, Mrs. Murph and I will kind of listen to that or uphold that because we don't want to wipe out the formula because Baby Murph was on a specific formula. He still kind of is on a specific formula. And we want the next family to be able to come in and grab that, even if it's just a couple bottles, because it's so hard to find. It's just respect. But there's no respect in this hobby. Little respect. There's a little bit of respect. It's all about greed. You're absolutely right. Where's the greed with the baby formula? I could wipe out the whole shelf, but I choose not to.
That's next. That'll be on What Not Next.
Oh my God, dude. If I ever saw baby formula, diapers, wipes, or anything related to that, I mean, imagine if during like the first couple weeks of COVID, when everyone was buying all this toilet paper and all this food, if you just went on like eBay and saw, hey, we have this nice roll of Charmin for $5 just for 1 roll, free shipping, I would lose my mind. And if Whatnot had a prominent platform back then, we all know that it would have been on there. Sudden death, guys, get your bids in. 10-second sudden death for this roll of Scott's, 1,000 sheets.
What are you doing, Chad?
I was gonna say, come on, guys. Hey, listen, thank you, Johnny, for buying this roll for $4.50. I'm gonna throw in this little thing of I was gonna say this little thing of sanitizer, but even that was had its own market back in the day.
Here's some free.
Here's like a little starburst or whatever. Thank you for your purchase. Oh my God, so stupid. I'm glad we can make fun of other people's lack of awareness, lack of knowledge, flat out stupidity, whatever it may be, idiocy. ignorance.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad we're able to just kind of make fun of it. Oh, goodness. Alrighty.
Well,
Anything
yeah.
else?
If we don't laugh about it, we cry about it. So
Yeah, gosh. Yeah, I've had my fair share of that. Definitely here on this podcast. But this is episode number 50. I kind of alluded to that. I just kind of said like, oh, welcome back to episode 50, or maybe another episode. 50, big 50.
wow.
I know it's been a journey, and it's been an absolute fun journey to go on, to be able to sit here every other week and just kind of chit chat, bitch, complain, educate, get schooled about the hobby, whatever it may be. And I've had an absolute blast, and I appreciate you, Ricky, for coming along for every one of these episodes. It's been so fun.
Yeah, I remember when you brought up the idea on Instagram. You're like, would anyone want to do this? I'm like, yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, and it's a great way to just kind of chit chat, find out new things. Again, complain. It's a great way for us to kind of just sit down every other week and just kind of talk about the hobby. Obviously, so we're able to kind of enjoy our friendship outside of just the message box. So it's been fun. It's been fun.
Yeah, we did it at the National. We did
That was fun.
it. Yeah, that was cool.
Maybe, I know we mentioned it last time and we didn't do it, but maybe Fanatics Fest next year. Maybe. We'll see.
Oh yeah, we got
We and look, and Fanatics Fest will be on Thursday. Day one will be on Thursday. So maybe before the show, I don't know what time things start, but maybe we can sit down before and kind of do one. That'd probably be the best way to do it. Just so it's super easy, just so my brother's not running around with his head cut off. Would you take this for that? Would you take $5 off for that? They offered you this. And I'm like, Donnie, I am talking. Figure it out. But yeah, that'd probably be the best way to do it. All right. Anyways, enough with the sediments. Ricky, do you have any outgoing takes that you'd like to address before we wrap up today's episode?
Yeah, whatnot. Lucky I want Murph to keep sponsorship.
Exactly.
But no, but yeah, it's same thing every week. Patience, enjoy the hobby. Like we can't keep. You know what? The upper deck dude was right. This isn't sustainable. I like what goes up must come down. The bubble is going to burst. It might not be for years. It might not be for a while, but it's gonna happen. You just got to be prepared for it. Be smart. The goats.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's, and I tell people this all the time. The legends. I tell people I'm sure I've said it here plenty of times. It's Justin Herbert versus Joe Montana. The GOATs, they're solidified, they're set in stone, their careers are over, they're not playing that, sure, and they may not have all the fancy colored one-of-one RPAs that we see today of Justin Herbert or Cooper Flagg or whoever the next guy is. But that doesn't mean that we shouldn't be buying those legends and enjoying cards of those legends, memories, milestones, moments in time, childhoods, nostalgia. I wish there was more of a market for veteran players outside of who we just naturally like individually. I'm a Nomar fan, so obviously not including, me liking Nomar. I'm talking about like, hey, I remember Alfonso Soriano having a 40-40 season in 2006, 2007, like just something random like that. And just like, oh, here's a nice card of him. I remember that. Yeah, I wish other people kind of had that line of thinking too. Random player. I remember, Josh Beckett on the Marlins. Oh, I remember when they beat the Yankees in the World Series. Let me get a card of, whatever it may be. Yeah, I just would like to see people enjoy their collection in their collecting endeavors for themselves and not for what other people tell them. I sound like a broken record. I really do. I'm beating a dead horse. But you have to just reiterate it, because otherwise it's just going to fly over people's heads. And then they're going to get all upset because they spent $2,000 on whatnot, got $40 worth of cards, and the hobby's the problem. Right. And the hobby's the problem, and they're out of the hobby. So I'm going to say this. This might be a stretch. This might be incorrect. but I just thought of it, and it seems like the right thing to say. The hobby is not the problem. The problem is you, not you specifically, but if you decide to go on Whatnot and pay $2,000 for breaks, that's your fault. That's your problem. And then, of course, we have these other entities, massive card shops in Atlanta or Whatnot breakers or influencers. They also have a hand in the problem pot. So the hobby's not the problem.
Stop scrolling Whatnot at 2 a.m.
Go to bed.
That's my outgoing thing.
I like that. So yeah, that will wrap it up for today's episode, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Hopefully you learned a thing or two. Smash the thumbs up button. Comment down below your thoughts, questions, comments, concerns about anything that we talked about in today's episode, whether it's about the Whatnot, whether it's about GameStop, what the Upper Deck CEO said. Do you agree with him, disagree with him? Whatever we talked about, let us know down in the comment section below. Smash the subscribe button. Consider joining the channel membership program. If you enjoyed this video, then I've queued up an excellent video that's going to cover Ricky's face right now for you. Hopefully you click on that, and hopefully I'll see you in that one. Until then, bye guys.
See you later.